Hello, everyone. It says I'm live. I think so. Okay. This is weird. It's a different format. Why they always got to change things? Okay. Happy hump day. What are we humping? You don't have to answer that. Okay. Let's see. Let's talk about a couple of things. And we're going to jump into questions. Coffee page is open. There's nothing in there yet, which is fine. I got a couple of questions that we're going to ask. And I'm already starring your questions. I got a lot going on today, guys. My brain is everywhere. That is scary. I am starring. Christmas sale is now on. I debated whether I was going to do one. And Wing says, yep, do one. This sale I had nothing to do with. This is all Wing's. Because I didn't know if I wanted to repeat the same Christmas sale that I always do, buy one, get one free. And he told me, nope, you're going to do it this way. Oh, okay. So basically it's 40% off, but it's kind of a buy two, get one free. Okay. So that means you get 30 minutes for $30 instead of $50, or you can buy 3 for $100, and then you can schedule them out. Not too far out. I try to put limits. I mean, don't call me in a year and a half and go, I paid for one of these. I mean, I have them written down, but if you'd like to do that, the community section has all the details. I also put it in Telegram groups. Okay. Miss Mary said, don't hurt myself. Well, what fun is that, Miss Mary? Challenging what's inside this head. Okay. Now, as I start your questions, I got a couple questions myself. I just write them down. That way we can pull cards together and I don't get the jump on things. So they just created this Board of Peace. Now that's the name of it. I'm curious to know, is that just another name or subdivision of Nasara Jasara? Because the reason that I thought of that is Nasara Jasara can't happen unless there's world peace. That is part of the deal. So I'm going to pull cards to see if that is just a renaming or part of the whole system. Does that make sense? Probably not, but it's Wednesday. All right. What else is going on in the world? Nihal, I have your question. I haven't paused questions yet. So as long as that banner is not going across the bottom, questions are open. Thank you, Zababy. All right. Board of Peace. Different name for Jasara or subdivision. I was just laughing at Trump's post because he said, I guess I'll be the president or whatever he said, but I thought it was funny. I said, you know, this man can't get any more cockier than he already is. And then I thought, if he drank, he'd probably say, hold my beer. Sometimes. I don't know. Is it a part connected to Jasara? Wow. Basically this board, it is, but it's more of a subdivision to, this is a continuation of exterminating the rats and roaches from here on out. Apparently it's been around for a while. So we have a strength card. There's a huge part of it. So they've worn down these rats and roaches, basically the cabal. Okay. There's not many left of them, but there is still a handful. This is just now going public, but it's been around. This is in the past position. This is a secret organization that they're showing me a Space Force emblem. So that means it's been around for a while. And this is to continue to destroy the deep state interference. Okay. Does it have to do with the financial side of things? Yes, it's to protect the investments that people are making. So it's policing the bad guys. Okay. Does that make sense? And then the final card, this is military operation. So these are the wheelers and dealers that if a conflict comes up in a nation, they make the peace offerings. Okay. He's making a love offering there, emotions. Okay. All right. So it is base card for the whole world. That tells me Jasara, because that is the whole world. Jasara is just the US. Okay. All right. So that answers that question. All right. I like his cockiness too, sometimes. I mean, I personally just like somebody who tells it like it is. Don't beat around the bush. Don't blow smoke up my arse, okay? I don't want to hear it. That's just a typical politician. He just says what's on his mind. What's the new thing? Quiet, piggy. I don't know where the hell that came from. Okay. All right. Hi, Rock. You got that grandbaby today? Are you not building nothing? It's probably piss pouring down the rain. It has been here. You're not in the chat yet. He's just typing. His spirit's typing. He's not really here. Okay, got it. Slicing up that pineapple. All right. We're almost full. You got a couple of minutes here. Let me refresh this coffee page. All right, so we're going to just agree to let Trump be his cocky self. And if he needs humbled, I have no doubt that the divine creator, God, will humble him. Okay? All right. Now, the second question that I had, yes, I have some too. I only had 2 questions. Okay, so last night there was a huge dinner. They welcomed the Saudi prince. He got a big old royalty parade welcome because he's a huge part of this world peace. Was the dinner last night at the White House to celebrate Nasara Jasara, or just a completion of this process? Finally putting the final nail in the coffin, so to speak. Because if you all didn't know, Friday night at midnight, all the world banks have to be asset backed. So was that a celebration dinner? Because you've got Elon there. You had quite a few. I've also heard, they were playing quite a few chess moves. A lot of different things. So was it a celebration dinner? Because if it was black tie, it was fancy. He doesn't do that for every world leader. I laughed because he didn't do it for BB. I think BB probably got greeted with, "You behave yourself or I will throw you in prison." Was this a celebration dinner? A completion? Okay. Yeah, it was. All right, so there's your sun. That's the brightest card in the deck. It's kind of a celebration of all the ones that they've removed. Let's have a we kicked you out party. All right. This is for all the new beginnings, the new money system that's coming in. Spirit does have great advice. They wanted to get this done and out of the way before this massive tower moment happens, whatever that looks like. Okay. Tower can represent the old system being taken out. We should be really excited that they had this. And even with the warning of a tower moment, it is nothing to worry about. Okay. All right. This was a celebration of the white hats. There were a bunch of them, head honchos, in one room. All right. We'll take it. All right. A fuchsia colored tie moon. I don't know. I have no idea. I know the codes for everything. That's a good question, Rock. All right. We're going to actually close the questions because I've gone over the amount. All right. Coffee page is always open regardless. I'll refresh it. Then we're going to jump in. Let's jump right into them. Okay. Miss Bonita. Is it Iraq or Trump holding back the RIRV? Please and thank you. All right. I'll pull cards for you, but this is Mr. Wyman is the one that put dates. Okay. Shabibi put the whole project together. Mr. Wyman is putting it for the budget. New government has to be in place, which they are doing with Sudani. It's not being held back. It's right on time. But let's ask the cards what or whom is holding it back. I think there's more. There's just a whole lot of optics that we're not seeing. So we can't figure out what is your problem. Like, you've done everything. They haven't done everything. They have to do the budget, and they have to have their government in place without the rats and the roaches. Okay. And it's the rats and the roaches. Okay, so it's already complete. This is my Mr. Wyman card. Can be Shabibi too, but Wyman is Oliver's the one that is putting it together. He's the head honcho of the finances, basically. Okay. What are they worried about? The rats and the roaches. There's the thieves. This is in the past. The deal's already been made. They already have it in place, but they can't release it while they have sticky fingers. A lot of the dirty, corrupt ones from Iran are still in there. So they're holding their assets. Okay. This too is a military operation. It is stable, but they have to put everybody in place. I'm furthering the question. So we'll be celebrating. What I asked was, we'll be celebrating soon. Yes. The whole world, because they will release the information. Remember, swords are written word, spoken word, thoughts, that kind of stuff. And there's your celebration. Celebration happened. That's a 3. 3 hours, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. Interesting. So they're distancing themselves from further problems. They're bleeding out the leeches. Okay. Distancing themselves, basically running them dry, broken. This is another secret operation. There's information that we're not aware of. Okay. Okay. Wings in his Pictionary. So he's showing me Trump shaking his finger at Sudani, if that makes sense. That means get it done. Do what you got to do to get rid of those rat bastards, because we need to go. We need to do something. But it's all for the betterment of everyone. Okay. They have to be careful. We don't want this thing to go and then bad guys be there and go, oh, we're going to take it back. No. This has been in the works way too long. Let's do it right. All right. Terry, I have an appointment tomorrow. Will it be bad news? Don't be thinking like that. I might thump you. If so, can I wait for med beds? All right. Everybody manifest for Sister Terry. Clean bill of health. All right. Are they doing more scans, Terry? You don't have to answer this. I'm just thinking out loud. Talk about dirty rat bastards. Okay. So Terry, you need to go into it always with a different perspective. I think you're already anticipating them telling you crappy news, and they will. They're going to tell you, you don't do what we say, you're going to, out of here. Why are they doing it? Money. Who'd have thunk it? This was planned a long time ago. This is their process. This is in the past card. They had already had this lined up. As soon as they came up with a diagnosis, how can we screw her over? In the future, med beds, you have another, this is the 3 again. So this is those med beds going right around Nasara, Jasara all at the same time. So all the way up to 3 months out. Can you wait for med beds? Yeah. But remember, med beds are a military operation slowly being rolled out. Okay. Okay. So these cards tell me that when the financial thing goes, the med beds, you'll have an opportunity to do it then. Okay. You need to trust your own instinct and your own healing abilities. When you go in there tomorrow, do not let your emotions take over. You kind of already know they're just trying to get money out of you. Whatever it is that you're doing, you need to trust and believe that it's working. You will get into a med bed Okay, I'm getting early next year, meaning early 2026. You just got to not listen to their BS. Okay. All right. And our prayers do work and manifest complete healing. God can move miracles. He does it every day. So we're declaring her completely healthy. All right. Joe Patrie. Hi, darling. Have you done any running today? Just curious. Me personally, no. It's raining outside, but inside joke, guys. What involvement does U.S. Space Force have with Third Eye Atlas? All right. That's about right as a baby. She needs my doctor. He won't schedule anything because I have no insurance. Yeah. I have insurance and the doctors want to schedule anything and everything. And I just go, no. But you should. No. No, won't. Bye. All right. What involvement does U.S. Space Force have? Yes, wings. He goes, if you don't know what's wrong with you, then you can't worry about it. That's my theory. If I don't get tested, I don't have nothing. Okay. Space Force is a huge thing. It's not just people that get hackers and all that online stuff. That's just a front for what they really do. Let's see. How involved are they? Extremely. Joe, would you believe me if I told you that they're kind of controlling the narrative right now of what they're allowing? They tell NASA what to do, you know, the deceivement people. NASA's already been taken over. What involvement do they have? They're controlling the narrative. It's not this. It's not this. It's a comet. Apparently, it's a comet that has jets on it. They're all a part of this. There's your three. This is a busy card today. This is in the past. So I want you to look at this as three entities. Okay. So you've got different divisions. One of them being the Federation. Okay. Space Force. Okay. Wings is saying the third is world leaders. Okay. So they're kind of controlling the narrative of what gets put out by the military. They offer these little nuggets. It's really just to get people to think. Open your eyes that NASA's been lying to you for a very, very long time. You notice how they allow NASA to put out garbage that makes no sense whatsoever, but then you've got independent astronomers out there going, that's not true. We have pictures ourselves and here it is. It's just to get people to open your eyes and realize that NASA is full of secrets, but they have been dealt with. So they're a massive part of 3i Atlas. They control everything, especially the money that's going involved. This is to get people to go back and go, did we really land on the moon? That kind of thing. This is a memory card. Think back. How long has NASA been lying to you? So, you know, disclosure. It's a real fancy comet. This one has a steering wheel, okay? And brakes and a gas pedal. It's amazing. I just use my own discernment. What looks real, what doesn't look real. Huh, we shall see. All right, Joe's got the next one. We have a praying mantis peeping in our living. Oh, she got peeping Tom. This one's got 6 legs. Peeping in our living room window for 3 days. What? It's too cold at night for him. Well, that's the form it has taken on. Could it be a guardian? You know, there are the mantis, good and bad. All right. Let's take a look. What is the purpose of this mantis? You need to have Miss Eve sew him a little cape. Go put a little cape on him. He can be your protector. It's Mantis Man. Okay, sorry. That's where my brain is, halfway through the week. He's on the job. He comes from way underground. Jojo, I think he might need help. Can you, be careful because they do bite. You can pinch their backs. You might want to go out and offer assistance. Is he stuck on a screen or in a cobweb or something? He's stuck because this is sad and this is stuck. He's kind of looking at you. You're going to put some work in. Can you go out and release him? Gently. Off balance. Return him to Mama Gaia so he can start over again. Basically, he's got his little face pressed up against your window going, help! Can you assist him? He's after 3 days, he's going, listen, lady, you've seen me. Come help me. Yeah. Release him. He needs help. This is assistance. I'm just picturing his little screaming voice. Come help me. Sorry. Okay. Hi, Roman. You're welcome, lovey. Rock's not in the chat. He's been and out. I don't know what that means. He's sending his messages telepathically. You don't see him. Okay. Let me go over here, refresh our coffees. Oh, Terry. Okay. I've been feeling a touch of depression lately. Is it mine? Okay. Let's see. Is it yours? Could just be the energies. Energies are really crazy. Now, Jojo, if you're going to go release this poor little guy, like I said, you could have Eve sew him a little cape. Knowing Eve, she'd probably crochet him a little jacket. I'm just saying, because she's sweet. All right. Terry, are these feelings your own? kind of need to know if basically what you need to know is, do I claim this and work through it, or if it ain't mine, go away kind of thing. I don't want it. Subconsciously it's yours. It's not needed. Yeah, it's yours. But it's being used against you, if that makes sense. It's a huge distraction. So this is death to a relationship that you've had. It doesn't have to be a partner. It could be any relationship that has fallen apart. These are those deep subconscious feelings that we don't realize until they creep up and go, when there's a major event that goes on, it happens in our life, they tend to creep up. But it's kind of been used against you for a while. You've been distracted and haven't dealt with it. Now it's in your face. Is it anything that you can't handle? You can handle this. This is unnecessary worry, anxiety and stuff. You'll do better. I know you're outside all the time. And the weather's crap right now, but this is about grounding, strengthen your own, do your release, your meditation. You can go out there and sing Elsa's Let It Go, whatever that is. I get that this is more family attached, generational. Okay. Work through it. You're going to be fine. I don't get that. This almost may have something to do with parents, whether that's biological or step, because you have a father figure here and you have a mother figure here. And I know you've got a lot going on with them right now. Just make sure all that stuff is resolved while they're still here on the earth plane. Does that make sense? Okay. Yes, I saw you. You're flying around. I have a rule. If you're going to come in here, don't be flying around because I'm distracted. Walk in gently. Okay. Miss Mary. Oh, Miss Mary, I got your email, honey. That's one reason why I was doing the math earlier. Okay. How soon does the Divine Creator think I will be able to access the med beds? Please and thank you. I'm pretty sure she's just asking me, not saying, can you please tell God what to do? I try not to do that. I get yelled at. All right. So we're kind of looking for timing for Miss Mary. They're still showing me the same calendar. And usually I tell you, Wings is showing me. When I say they are showing me, that's the help of Raphael and White Feather and Black Hawk. So those are other guides of mine. When's Miss Mary going to get in there? It's after the first of the year. I'm not telling God to step it up. Oh, God. She's trying to get me hit by lightning. Wow. Oh. And just for that, you're going to get lectured. God says, it's a secret. You be patient. Okay. It's a coming in threes. There's that 3 again. 3 hours, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. I still get right after the first of the year. So it's probably pushing more along in the 3 months. Okay. Okay. At least it's not rumbling and thundering outside as a warning. All right. Let's see. Yes, patience. That was just for you. I'm telling you, God has a sense of humor going, oh, is that how we're going to be? I'm gonna make you wait longer. Let's not poke the bear. Okay. As the baby has the next one. What do we got? Did the talk I have with my husband. Oh, she lecturing now. Go on deaf ears, or did it sink in? Well, did you have his undivided attention? Was he in his nothing box going, I can't think about anything? Just curious. Just make sure the TV's off. He's not concentrating on eating. He's listening to you. Okay. Did he hear you? Did it sink in? Is it going to stick? You know what Wings was showing me is before I flipped the first card. He said he kind of cherry picked what he wanted to hear. And I went, how do you cherry pick what you want to hear out of a conversation with your spouse? I think he wanted to tell you something back, but he really didn't. Here's your cherry picking. He's like, I hear all these things coming out of you, but I'm going to, there's certain little things that clicked with him. Okay. You really kind of reset him. This is like motivation, triumph to push forward and do these things. But this also tells me he won't tell you a few things, but I don't think he did. He kept those to himself. Will it help? Yes. Is he going to need assistance in the future? Yes, because that's working with others. Are you going to get the full results that you hope? Not completely. No. Will he put effort in? Yes. You didn't get the patience card, but something tells me you're going to have to be patient and not harp and nag. But he's the quarterback and you're the cheerleader. Okay. You're just going to have to remind him every once in a while. Y'all heard that joke that goes around where they said in scripture it says that a man is better to be alone in the desert than having a nagging wife. And the wife stops and thinks, can I just drop him off in any old desert? Just saying. Okay. We don't become nags. We're cheerleaders. Even though we, never mind. Get myself in trouble. Okay. It did get his attention. So you did accomplish something. Yeah, just make sure it sticks. Because in 6 weeks, it may be like, do you remember me talking to you? Nah. All right. Miss Colleen. What we got? Are negative ETs behind the deep state? Oh, well, it's part of it, but yeah. What exactly is your relationship? Thank you. I'm going to pull cards for you, but it is the Draconians, which are from Beta Reticuli 1 and 2. And nasty, the lizard people. Okay, the lizard people. Part of it. But it's all run by a demonic spirit. Nephilim spirit, if that makes sense. But let's pull cards. They feel the need to feed on innocent humans in many forms. Because the Draconians have always been slave masters. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? Secret societies. Rule the roost. Okay, so there's your secret society. There is the guy who can tend to be quite cocky. Look at me. I'm the boss. Okay. Multi-purpose. It's a slave system. Humans are food as well. Yes, they're behind the deep state. They've been there for a very, very long time. Very good at masking themselves, meaning they have the ability to mess with our subconscious. So we see a human being, but they're really the lizard people. You ever seen that old Roddy Piper movie, They Live? And he puts on the special sunglasses and he sees through the truth of everything, of who the bad guys really are, and they're everywhere. It's exactly like that. Yeah. So they distract. You don't see lizard people. You just see bad deep state people. Yeah. This is interesting, though. We're entering a new world. We're entering a new world free of them. This is good. But in order to understand who they are, we have to get a different perspective. That they change. You can call them shapeshifters or whatever you want to, but yeah. They're behind the deep state. Yep. Yeah. They feed off a little bit of everything. They want our gold because it's atmospheric stabilizer. They want to control us, so control the food, control the people, right? There's lots of different things. Humans are food to them. They don't care. There's no empathic human emotions whatsoever. They don't care. So we can call them, I just call them demonic, either way. Okay, but I hope that answers your question. So they are behind the deep state. We think that the deep state humans that we see are so powerful. No, they're not. They're patsies. Okay, but I get the feeling they've been removed. On the higher levels, anyway. All right. Miss Mary, how soon will Elon Musk be activating Web 5.7? Please and thank you. I don't even know what that is. Is it a new World Wide Web? Shows you how much I keep up with things. Okay, I'll just ask. Are we dancing? Okay, Wings is doing the rolling thing, which is his way of telling me that it's all rolling out at one time. Nasara, Jasara, new governmental systems. We just dancing. Okay. It all rolls out at once. Because right now the narrative, with Google and all that, it's all controlled. It's censored. Okay. Let's see. How soon? New system will be operated under. Yeah. Wings is rolling is the part of the quantum thing. It all rolls out at one time. They're already playing with it. When will it come out? Yeah, it's to keep the bad guys out. Apparently, Trump gave the green light a long time ago. That's in the past. They're already doing it. They're playing around with it, but they're doing like one website at a time. They take one and then clean it up and clean up the algorithms and stuff like that. They're just kind of, this is like a slow rollout. Guardianship. Threes are very important today, apparently. 3, and that's in the future. So right after the first of the year, all of it being fully implemented. Here's your lecture. Be patient. They can't do it all at once. This has to be a stair-step process because there's too much stuff out there that will be lost. So we'll give it a little bit of time. But the quantum system that's gonna, make sure that the med bed stays safe, the finances stay safe, the internet is clean, and there's no, what they call the dark web. They're cleaning all that up right now. So they're doing little bits. They're already doing it. Full-fledged after the first of the year. Okay. It's going to take a little bit. I know. I would love to snap my fingers and all this stuff be done. It would take an adjustment for us, and we're awake. Can you imagine what it would do to the general population? What the hell is this? Because I guess it also has to do with how they rebuild new computers, all that fancy doodad things that drive me absolutely crazy. So yeah, it's a long process. All right, Nihal, please, what can I know about my future life partner? Well, let's see. Lots of threes today, Miss Mary. Which is interesting because that's what the Christmas sale, that's what Wings told me to make the Christmas sale to be. Threes. I had nothing to do with that. Operating one system for everything. It is. It's all got to be slowly bled and fed into the quantum. Can't all go over at one time because then you're sucking in some negative stuff too. They have to compartmentalize every little piece and website and everything. You're gonna see a lot of stuff be removed. Don't get me started on their Wikipedia. What they call fact. I mean, can you imagine cleaning that up? Ugh. It's not fact, it's their opinion. And they can't put the new information like our real past and history and facts. And yeah, it's gonna be a little while. All right. Now let's find out about your future life partner. Curious to know if you have someone in your friendship circle that has secret feelings. This is friendship circle. They might be keeping it a secret. Secret feelings. You have financial security. Very strong in all aspects, meaning when I see the strength card, doesn't necessarily have to represent strong, muscular, but strong in morals and values because you have the justice card. Okay. But here's the thing. You're going to have to go through basically have some life experiences with others before there's a settling down here. You've got lots of options in front of you before, but this is about learning lessons, learning what not to do in order for this to come in and balance itself out. You have a good future with a partner. What does that mean? You know what he says? You're going to have to shell a lot of peas before you get to the soup. Okay. I hope you like pea soup. That means enjoy. The partnership is coming, but don't settle down too soon. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy being single. And then you got plenty of time. Okay? All right. Miss Patty, how's Maggie feeling? Has she recovered? We pray for the little fur ball. I've been having visions of different things. Spirit says I have this gift now, and it is to help people in the future. Can you see what the cards have to say? Sure can. And you ain't the only one. Don't feel like you're alone in this because they give me visions. Remember, I told you a few weeks ago that I saw explosions coming up out of the earth, and I didn't know what it was? The other night, I saw where they had a massive explosion in Argentina. That was the vision that I saw. And I'm like, oh, great. I thought I had visions before. They're only going to intensify. So let's see about your newfound gift and how you'll be able to use this. She's wild as a buck. Well, then she's feeling better, isn't she? Jojo McWill, I'm glad you worded it that way. She says, so play the field, Nihal. See, it's good because it's not meant for me to word it. I wouldn't have come up with so play the field. I would have said don't be a hoe, but you're just nicer than I am. Okay. Miss Patty, how are you going to use this gift in the future? Miss Patty's going to be a psychic. You to better themselves. You'll be able to see and tell them how to better themselves, to protect them, to move them into a better situation, to avoid conflict, and to be able, how to take care of themselves for the betterment. Yeah. Just basically you're to stabilize their lives. Because that's about stability. I see you doing this for younger ones. Wisdom, they say, comes with age. Wisdom comes with experience. You're going to have a lot of younger ones looking up to you. What to do, what not to do, if that makes sense. This also tells me you should get excited about this gift. Wings is lassoing. Okay. He is very animated today. Meaning, reel this in with practice, just like any talents that we have. Before you start throwing out your talents, make sure just practice makes perfect. Does that make sense? Yeah. Master this skill. You're going to become a leader. You own the gift. Do not let the gift own you, because you will never have peace. Okay. You'll be seeing wingsies everywhere, showing you visions and everything. So before you go, as you say, buck wild here, like Maggie, practice a little bit. Give it a little bit of time. When you need to use it, you'll know. Okay. You saw a vision this morning that there was people preparing paperwork and emails and computers and money. She said it's time. So you are psychic. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It's your intuitive, your third eye is opening. You just want to use it to better people. And people that have this gift that are negative use it to manipulate people. Does that make sense? To get what they want. Tell them what they want to hear and what they want to see. Just if you have these visions, don't tickle people's ears and tell them what they want to hear. You tell them what you see, good or indifferent. How they handle it is on them. Okay. The best advice I can give you from wings. Okay. Welcome to the Psycho Club. All right. Maggie can be your mascot. Okay. All right. Let's see. Divinely Guided has the next one. I'm waiting for some money. Will I hear something about it this week, or do you have a time frame? What do my spirit guides have to say? Well, they love the money questions. They can't stand money. They understand the concept, but they don't understand the concept. They're like, why do you need money? What's the old phrase or that little meme that got put out? It's got aliens on it looking at humans going, do you know these people pay to be on their own planet? Yes, we do. Okay. Let's see. You going to get some money this week? Well, we'll see if it'll give us a time frame. Spirit doesn't like time. Every energetic situation, which is everything, is fluid. Anything can change. I don't think you're going to like hearing this. It's not going to be this week. Nope. You're going to have to trust the process. This is patience. You got to love the temperance card. No. Timing, 4s, 4 hours, 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months. All right. Try to think about something else. This is too much of a huge distraction for you. Okay. Just hang on. I don't know if this is an investment that you've made. Kind of emotionally walk away from this right now. Don't let this consume every part of your day. We get obsessed about putting dates on stuff. When's this going to happen? I understand the 3D aspect that people have to pay their bills and put food on the table. I understand that. But we can't let it run us. Okay. Timing, you have 4s, but there are twists and turns. This tells me it's very fluid. All right. You're going to have to trust the process and be patient. It will happen, but there's 4s in here. Okay. But in tarot, it never goes beyond a year. Like I said, it could be 4 hours, 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months. I don't see the 4 months. So 4 weeks would be what? Christmas? If you celebrate Christmas, somewhere around there. Okay. Terry, it was a couple of years ago that I studied that song. Very interesting. Yeah, Crack in the World. It's an eye opener. There's a lot of songs that were written a while back that they knew some stuff. Just saying. You ever find yourself when you were younger singing along to just about anything and everything, not paying attention to the lyrics or what it really meant? And now that you're older and wide awake spiritually, you're going, holy crap. All right. Our incognito, Sean Smith. These achy hips, quad shins. Why? You falling apart because you're old. Sorry. What the heck? Energies, walking all peg-legged old lady. Well, take a video. I want to see. We all have to have a good laugh. All right. Let's find out what's going on with you. All right, let's see. Be peg leg. Get you a pirate patch. Arrgh. Start using the language. You just falling apart. It's one of those good days or bad days. Mine come and go. Just depends. Human barometer that can predict the weather. Huh. What are you, just a sponge for every energy there is? Okay. I want you to try to refocus some of your energies. Okay. Focus. That's focus on what you want healed. That's for one. This is also setting yourself apart. You're absorbing everything right now. Anybody and everybody that you're taking care of, dealing with, could be dad, all of these things you're absorbing. Remember the me time that's so important. We have to remember to do. I don't want to hear, I ain't got time for that. I know. But what you're doing is you're absorbing all the burdens of everybody. So, Miss Sponge, you need some me time. You need to cleanse all of this out. Okay. I get that this has a lot to do with dad. Okay. It's a lot of responsibility. Okay. You also have a lot of astronomy energies coming in right now. You got a lot of planets in retrograde. You've got moon energies coming in. So do some cleansing. You could physically detox with your whatever, your juice cleanse. People do different things. You need me time. Okay? You're taking on too much. All those burdens, energy are manifesting in joints and muscles, and it keeps you from moving forward to do what you need to do. Okay. Do you have responsibility? Of course you do. But you've got to take that 10-minute Calgon take me away, whatever form that is for you. Stand up to these energies. Okay. Stop, do the verbal. I do not accept anyone else's energies. I only accept the divine. We get into routines and habits to where we just stop doing these consents and prayers and meditations. Like, it's just easier if I just go and do it. It's not in the long run because you end up hurting. So right now you're SpongeBob and we need to wring you out. Okay? All right. Joe, I'll have to transfer it from my phone. Let me make a note of that. I'll show it on Friday. How about that? How about if I do? Because it is something that will make you laugh. And we all need that. All right. Show video Friday. In the meantime, JoJo and I will just send it back and forth to each other just to laugh hysterically. Oh. I know, Nikki, you're chasing your tail, sweetheart, but eventually your head and tail are going to run into a brick wall, and there's no getting back. You've got breathing room right now to come out of it. You know that there's something some people do. I've had to try to learn what this is. They ask for help. I don't understand this concept. See what you can do. Whether it's your grown kids, however it is, everybody's situation is different. Try, okay? Do what you can. You burn out, what good is it? Everything will fall apart. You got to be good for everybody else, right? All right. Moon. What do your cards say about Charlie Freak's teaches? Teachings? Yes, I'm assuming. Studied some of Charlie's stuff. All right. I see Eve has got one in a coffee. I'll get you in just a second, love. All right. Pish posh. Pish posh, she says. Help. I didn't help anyone. Oh, I didn't need to help. I could do it all. Okay. You're going to have to talk to Eve, Joe's sister. Apparently Nikki needs the cape. Oh, she Wonder Woman. She can do it all. All right. Charlie freaks teaching. Why? Why do you do that after I shuffle? Wing says, I don't want that deck. Okay. Charlie freaks teaching. As with anyone's teachings, advice, perspectives, use your own discernment. If it doesn't sit right, go, I don't know about that. But let's see what the cards say. Like anything, there's information that dead on knows what he's talking about. Absolutely, you can trust it. There's some things that are very strategic. I think he actually knows more than what he releases to people. These are success. This is a good sit down agreement and hear him out. These are good. He's very careful. I think he knows a whole lot more than what he says. But he doesn't want to freak anybody up and knock them off their horse because you have the stable knight in this one. He wants to keep everybody at least at a stabilization. Like, let's not have them lose their marbles all in one shot, okay? So, get what you can out of him. If something comes along and it doesn't sit right, push it to the side or forget it altogether. I haven't listened to him for a really long time, but if Charlie's still doing what he did a long time ago, he's kind of filling in the gaps of missing history, things that we have lost out on. We got little nuggets or little pieces, then it's been manipulated. Charlie kind of goes back in and fills in all the blanks, if that makes sense. According to the cards, he's somebody to listen to. Absolutely. The base card's interesting because it's a white hat card. This is bringing truth. No matter how shocking it is, keep it. If you've got an open mind, listen to him. And then you decide at the end of the day. Not everybody, Charlie's not for everybody. Just like I'm not for everybody. Make it a personal decision whether you want to listen to him or not. Okay? Charlene, I haven't listened to him in years either. It's just because there's so many people out there now, and I kind of have to pick and choose and use my time wisely. And he wasn't at the top of the priority list. Kind of went down our own rabbit holes and did our own thing. So, Bush and Clinton, white hats. Okay, I'm trying to get Wings to explain this. Not exactly. You know how we've always said that there's good and bad of everybody? Q's been around for a very, 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 very long time, and they've always had good clones in there to do their bidding as well. We've been at war for a long time. We just didn't see it. Were the good ones always in charge? No, absolutely not. Were white hats behind a lot of this stuff to keep it minimized? Yeah. Change your perspective. But don't believe everything you hear and see. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think maybe they had a clone for their own purposes temporarily, but the originals, they ain't no white hats. I understand. I understand. So it really just depends on how it was worded. Yeah. I think Charlie's probably still in the process of learning himself and trying to put pieces together. Use your discernment. All right. There's a reason that I haven't watched him for a long time because God moved me away from it. So if you feel the need to do that, then you go ahead and do it. All right. Eva's got the next one. Hi, Jen. Any messages from Spirit? Promotion soon? Maybe. Thank you. No, maybe. If you want it, declare it. Eva needs a promotion. Let's get her a promotion. Okay. Phone was blinking. He's sending me telepathic messages. All right. Eva gonna get a promotion. We are declaring she's gonna get a promotion. Is that like code word for Mayan? I'm just saying. Okay. Wings. Okay. Promotion? I think it's going to come in the form you don't expect. Okay. This is independent. God's like, I'm going to promote you. All right. It's not what you think. Okay. You are meant to be, currently, you are stable. You're okay. Not going backwards, not going forwards. You're meant to be independent, not relying on anybody else. Basically, I think the divine creator doesn't want you to have a boss except him. Okay, because this is independent and abundant. The Empress is all about, I'm going to do my own daggone thing. Okay. The reason being is because I don't know what industry you're in or what the future holds. There's going to be too much conflict. Higher spiritual intellect comes with a lot of responsibility, and arguing with people doesn't do any good. So you're going to have to be very strategic. It's almost like a teaching job, getting people to understand. I don't think people realize, light workers, we have an idea of what our job is going to be. We kind of know what it is right now, holding the energies and frequencies, but I don't think we've even begun to understand the drop in the bucket of what the future job is going to be. Teaching and comforting people of their stolen lives, history, whatever you want to call it, that's going to be a full-time job. Yeah. You're going to do your own thing. You're going to be a trustworthy person that somebody's going to need to come to. It's almost like a counseling job. People are going to want to kind of off themselves going, I can't handle all this information. Surrender. You're going to be leading the way to help. It does not pick up on a promotion at work in the sense that you think. God is saying, I got bigger plans for you. He's not going to interfere with your free will. You want to stick to that job? Stick to that job. Good things, stable, but eventually I see conflict. I think spiritually and emotionally, you've just outgrown that job. I hope that makes sense. Okay. I've been hearing that from a few people now. Disgusting. What did I miss? Back around the EBS is soon. I've been hearing it for 10 years, so it's soon. What's your definition of soon? Yeah. They've got it all planned out. I guarantee you that they have a date on the calendar that they just pencil in every once in a while and go, well, we have to wait a day or two. Pee drinking. You didn't bring it. Rocco. Okay. Lay off the bourbon, okay? Oh, pee drinking. Oh, drinking your own urine. It's part of alchemy. People think that they can, that they have the ability to purify their own urine. It's all, we've studied it here before. It's been a long time, but it has to do with alchemy. And that somehow it has to do with God's manna and that kind of stuff. I'm pretty sure what I studied with the Israelites wandering around the desert had nothing to do with drinking their own pee. But that's just me. Okay. Yeah. Rocco, just drink the pineapple juice and we'll say it's pee, okay? There you go. Joby, you got the next one, love. All right. Any messages from spirit guides? All right. I mean, if you all want to give drinking your pee a shot, go for it. I ain't gonna stop you. Mine probably just tastes like coffee, but I ain't trying it. Joey, Wings is showing me mother figure. Are you still dealing with grumpy mama? Are you letting that bother you? Or is she bothering you? Maybe I should word it that way. Okay. Wow. That's sometimes spirit's pretty harsh. Okay, so you're the page in this because it kept showing me the mom relationship. Paige, that's you. You're a kid. And you need to worry about yourself. Don't worry about mom. Be very strategic. You say what you want to say when you want to say it to mom. I will get to that in a minute. Quit rushing me. I'm not rushing. I'm marking. Yeah, this is control the emotions, distance. This seems kind of harsh, but only say what you got to say when you say it. You only offer enough information to get mom off your back. How are you today, Joby? I'm fine. Mom, how are you? You know what I mean? She's going through her own thing, and you can't allow her to be an energy vampire, if that makes sense. Because if you allow her into every little aspect of your life, she's going to drain the life out of you. Yeah. Rocco, you worked at a sewage. Yeah, you did work at a sewage plant. I don't want to know what you're saying. Okay. Joby, I think Divine Spirit is allowing you to know that you might be very, very selective with how much information you share with mom. She almost waits to hear information from you so she can figure out how to use it. That is sad. Okay. So just be selective, strategic with what you give. Jonathan from Red Light Therapy. I think I'll stick with the red light therapy. I don't need a cocktail to go along with it. Just saying. You do you, boo. All right. Flower. What's coming in career life? I quit my work and now have no work. Well, let's see. What is coming for flower and career wise? Are you looking? Are you putting in applications? Because when Wing shows me passing out paper, and nobody does it old school, but he knows that that's what I will relate to. Everything's online now. But old school, we went around doing applications by hand. You really need to put out whatever you can. Okay, this is multiple. That means applications. You need to put flower. I don't know you, love. Don't mess with your applications. Don't put stuff on there that doesn't need to be on there. Okay. Don't put stuff on there that shouldn't be. Okay. This is trickster. Be honest. Okay. I'm not trying to accuse you. I have to read the cards the way they're presented to me. It gives people the wrong idea. Okay. They have a different perspective. Be honest. Do you want to work a job that you're by yourself? You don't want to people too much. Okay. The Hermit comes in here. Now, this is also my Divine Creator card, and he doesn't like fibs at all. But that's got more of a solo energy. You want to do something that is just you, then you're going to have to consider working. I know this is kind of controversial here. How can you work by yourself? But if you're working with family, within your family group, if you have to get a job, it's going to be somebody that you know and that you'll be happy with. Working for strangers doesn't fit in with you very well. You're going to you'll have success and victory if you can find a family or a friend that has a business or wants a partnership and say, yes, you can come, because you're kind of making up your own rules and hours and that kind of stuff. I just get this feeling that you're like, I don't like people. I'm not arguing with you. You will get it. Do what makes you happy. And if being around people is the energy drainer that you're trying to avoid, the answer is not flubbing the applications to get a job that you really, really want. You can't do that. Smoke and mirrors. They're going to see right through it. Okay. If you want to be happy, you're going to have to work with somebody that you know or related to. But you're going to have to open your mouth and say something, okay? All right. I've seen people jump into a poop for $1 bill. Rocco. Behave yourself. Okay, took me a minute. I had to read the whole comment. All right, now. Anyway, welcome, Flower. Welcome to the family. I'm a tell it like it is reader. Okay. All right. Miss Charlene is next. I'm going to refresh this. All right, we're good here. Boomer's banging on the door. I can't let him in. Yesterday, I had private readings all day, and he sat under my feet, deliberately looking at me, chewed on the computer wires because I wasn't paying attention to him, and I can't run the risk of him killing the show. Yeah, he's a butthole. I'm just saying. I love him, but he's a butthole. All right, Miss Charlene. Hi, Jen. My energy really wonky. You not the only one. Can spirit give me insight? Not physical energy, but feeling off more than usual. Is it that anticipation of that something's coming? Because that's pretty accurate. Wings. I wonder if sometimes if he went to Angel Art School. I'm going to see if this makes sense. I'm still pulling cards in a second. Charlene, did your body feel like it's practicing for something? Talk about wonky. It's almost like it's that anticipation of something coming. You know something's coming, and your body's going to go through these different weird emotions and feelings to prepare you so you're not so shocked when the time comes. Does that make any sense whatsoever? Okay. Let's do a practice run for the shock of our life. Okay, let's not. But there's a reason. It's almost like an ease into it. Okay, a couple of different things going on, Miss Charlene. So, fear of the unknown. Something's coming. Don't fear it. This is also the devil in your ear messing with you. Okay, we don't listen to him. Tell him to fuck off. We don't pay attention to him. Okay, do a little more grounding. But this is also telling me that Gaia is releasing her own energies. Okay, make sure that you're absorbing the good stuff. Be very strategic of information that you're absorbing. That's strategy. Yeah. And the rest of it, set boundaries and tell them to fuck off. You're absorbing way too much from other people. Okay. Yeah. That's causing these wonky energies. Okay. Some of it is that something's coming. Not quite sure what it is. Whether it's curiosity, fear, you could put any kind of title on it. Negative energy grabs a hold of that and goes, ooh, I want a piece of that. And then they can make it worse and they can enhance it, put it on steroids. Nope. Do a little more grounding, meditation, do prayer. Don't accept it. Don't give consent. Don't let people drag you down. So if you're around negativity, I don't know that I would say that it's an attachment, so to speak. Not everything is an attachment. You give off energy, they take energy and push back energy. It doesn't have to be stuck to you. There's just this whirlwind around you. You can't seem to get out of it. Okay? You can. You have the power to do it. You're a hermit. You can still be a hermit and absorb energy. You know how? Media. When you turn on anything, phone, TV, computers, you read things, you see things, that's still energy. We can live in a cave, but if we got internet, there's still energy. Okay? Be very selective of what you're picking. Okay? All right. The baby. Am I going to feel better soon? Well, you're going to declare that you're going to be better soon. Right? Let's pull cards. Where are you at? Let's do. Mr. Picky here has a certain deck he wants to use. All right. The baby, she gonna feel better soon. Is this a health thing or is this a... I almost think it's both. This is an energy thing. I think it's both. If you're feeling poorly with viruses and that kind of stuff, and then there's negative energy, it just makes it worse. One feeds off the other. All right, let's see. Can we get the baby feeling better? Well, we certainly can with our prayers. Have you changed something up recently? There's something that you've got to stand up against something here. Now, this can be heart related. In the past, did you just make a decision? Did you decide to change something? Routine. This could be medication, diet, anything. You've changed something. You do have depression. She's like, I am not. I'm happy. There's still sad energy around it. I'm just telling you what I see. Some of it is a mindset as a baby. I know it's still very, very possible. Because we do, our emotions are centered around 3D things because of stress. If you don't have finances, you get stressed out because how the heck am I supposed to pay my bills? All this stuff is working together. Stress makes you unhealthy. Okay. Are you doing your me time? This is your me time. No, because you're too busy telling everybody else what to do. Is it necessary? Yeah, because you're the matriarch of the family. I have to exclude mama because she's not in there 100%. Does that make sense? This is you become more, this is active, get up and feel better, do more, but you have to also trust your own instinct. Okay? Trust your own instinct. You're trying to fix everybody's problems and it's causing physical problems. You absorb everything. Well, if I don't fix it, who else is going to fix it? I hear you. I know. You want to know, am I going to feel better soon? You are. You are. You have an Ace of Wands, but remember, that's taking the action to do it. It's not just going to poof, you feel better. You have to take action to feel better. You have to decide to ease up on the stress and the worry. And if there are physical things that you can do, do them. Okay? All right. You have multiple options here. 7 of Cups is always about you have a choice to make. Choose to feel better soon. You will. But it's not going to fall in your lap. Okay? Yeah, Jojo, I agree. Being an empath is very, very hard. We have to learn to control these. They're gifts, but they can be a curse as well. Don't get to the point where I did and you just, I don't give a shit about anything and anybody. Don't do that. I still care. I'm just very selective because it was doing me more harm, if that makes sense. And I got permission to do that from the divine creator. He's like, you can love, but you can also love from a distance. Okay? You can kiss him. bye. Not my problem. Bye bye. I got permission to do that. And sometimes you have to, but you have to allow yourself to do it. Okay. All right. JoJo's got the next one. Quick read for Thanksgiving. Will she burn the turkey? We'll see. Thanksgiving read. Ooh. How you going? One very, very happy Thanksgiving. Okay, so we start out with the energy of the Seven of Pentacles. That's the lead on your hoe. We just waiting. Look, I'm putting all this effort and work and investment into this. How's it going to turn out? I got it. Better be good. It is successful. There's the World card. It's going to be happy celebration, victory. You have the Ten of Pentacles, family, gathering, beautiful. Eight of Wands, everything's in balance, working well. Cheers to you, celebration. Three of Cups, been a very busy card today. Nine of Pentacles, I am abundant, self-sufficient, sovereign. Wow. It only has one advice card in this layout, and that is avoid thieves and liars. Be careful who your guest list is. And people that'll take advantage of you. Fantastic Thanksgiving read. You're going to be bouncing off the walls, apparently. Good. JoJo wants a pre-made meal. What? Do you want Skip to make it? Because, I don't know. Maybe. Apparently, whatever you choose to do, you're going to be happy doing it. Even if it's a bologna sandwich, you're going to be happy. Okay? Okay. Mary, is that a code word for boxing gloves made out of metal? I'm just saying. No, I know what you're talking about. All right, we got 4 questions left. Let me refresh. All right, we're good. Okay. The baby. Here we go. General read for my husband. Please and thank you for all you do. You're very, very welcome. All right, so this one's for hubby. No, you want the house intact. Okay, so Skip's not cooking. All righty. You need to just get Freya an easy bake oven and see what she can create. But then again, you probably don't want the house to burn down. All right. Reading for the baby's husband. Where's the fear coming from? That is a sense of dread in my gut. What is that? He ain't telling you. Yeah, he's keeping that a secret. This is absolutely exhausting, worn out. He's keeping something a secret. I'm trying to get a read on his mindset right now. He's trying to stay positive. Okay. He wants to be independently wealthy, not have to rely on other people. He's tired of working for somebody else's rules, basically. He's trying to stay optimistic. So there's your Sun card. But he knows he can't do this by himself. He's like, who do I work with? It's like, I want my cake and eat it too. I want to be independently active and working for myself, but I can't. Oh. This baby, I want you to see if this makes sense. He likes you to mother him. There's the Empress. He likes more of the you do everything for him in the sense of being the coach, being the cheerleader. But he doesn't. This is the fear part, the judgment, the lecture. I don't want this. He's got a lot of hidden thoughts going through his head, but he ain't saying nothing. He's trying to think of how do I start over. Yeah, but there's a general fear there. Wow. Okay. He's trying to figure out and process what do I need to do to get what I want and make her happy. That's where his brain is, but he is not sharing a lot of this stuff with you. You probably already know this. All right. Rocco, yours is the very, very last one, darling. I've got 2 more. Okay, you're the last one. I know what he's saying. Of course, you're going to save the best for last. Yeah, I know. All right, we'll let him think that. He's precious. Okay. Jojo, is the White House going to be a museum moving forward? Now, we're talking about the White House that exists in D.C. Okay, because we know there's multiples. Okay. Is it going to be a museum? You think that's what the ballroom is? It's not really a ballroom. They're actually like, come and look at the auto pen picture, which I thought was hilarious when he showed Ben Solemn the president's pictures. That was funny. Maybe he's kind of giving us an idea by putting all the presidential portraits out there. It's a museum. Is it going to be a museum moving forward? Yeah, but this is going to take a while to roll out. I don't see this happening because you start out with temperance. This is going to take a while. So he is kind of drip dropping by putting all the president's pictures out there, by tearing down the East Wing and putting a ballroom up. They are remodeling it. But there's your world card. This is end of a chapter coming. It's run its course. I get the feeling that they're trying to center where the president is around the military to move, but you have the military card in here. There's an offer. They're fighting about this. They're kind of at a standstill right now. There's some inner conflict. How do we want to do this? Okay. Hangman is always about, we're kind of stuck. We can't really do anything yet. Oh, wow. I don't know that you could say that the good guys or white hats or Trump or anybody are actually in charge of this. I think maybe Operation Looking Glass gave them a glimpse into the future. This is hidden stuff between worlds, and there's your divine creator. I think God's going to be in charge of what happens to it. But it does have museum vibes to it. But this is not going to happen in the next 4 years. This is like a long, drawn out thing. You're going to see little drip drops. Does that make sense? Oh, Rocco. Okay, urine guzzling. All right. Miss Mary. Does anyone in the chat remember Bets Davies? I can't remember if she's one of us or Arcana Shores. I think she lives across the pond. Yeah, Bets. I haven't heard from her for a while, but yeah. Do you know any information? I guess I could reach out and email her. If I'm pretty sure I still have her email address. All right. Drum roll, please. Last question of the day belongs to our urine guzzling Rocco. There we go. There we are. If you have time, is Black Friday an energy harvest for a particular demon? Interesting. Very interesting question. Well, let's see. I can't promise it'll tell me the demon if it is, but I could give you a yes or no. Is Black Friday an energy harvest? I know that it kind of sets everybody. I know Rock doesn't like to do all the chakras and all that kind of stuff, but it does make people very primal, if that makes sense. Black Friday and energy harvest. Wing says, among other things. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Doesn't affect everyone. Jeez. Let's put it this way. It's like Black Friday is the grease between the cogs and the wheels. Okay. Yeah, this is the absolute, because it puts fear into people. If I don't go get this, I'm not going to have it. They're very primal instinct, and it causes people to have conflict and argue with each other. This is all about let's bring out the Neanderthal in everyone. Yeah. But it doesn't affect everybody. A lot of people are like, no, thank you. No. They trust to stay away from it. Like, no. They get this mainly from women. I'm not saying men are not involved, but it brings out a side in women that's nasty. It's the bad side of the mama bear. Like, if I don't get that toy for my grandbaby, I will cut a bitch. And just saying. Yes, I said it. It really has to do with the financial. This is a demon who, whatever, if you know of a demon that controls the financial aspect, greed, the ego, all of that kind of stuff, that is one. Yeah, it definitely greases the wheels, so to speak. Yeah. Very primal. Yeah, absolutely. So the way they market it, it goes together. The build up to it. Does that make sense? That is almost half of it, because they start marketing. This is what we're going to have. Prepare yourself. It's a build up, so it's a slow thing, but that day is a huge thing. So the marketing, they start putting it out there, going, "Ooh!" I mean, people. I've done Black Friday once in my life, and I went, "Oh hell no, we're not doing this no more. I'm too violent." Yeah. People will map out and plan where you're going 1 hour. These are the people that are on the ground. A lot of people do Cyber Monday or whatever you call it online. But the people that physically go, they map it out time wise. I can get in and out of here and stand in line for the. It's insane. Yeah. So they're energy traps. Okay, Rock. Well, maybe they should go and stand in line. They should serve refreshments. Drink your own urine while you wait. Okay. All right. On that note, happy hump day. All right. Tomorrow's about private readings. Friday, I will see you back here. Joe, I have written down that I will share that video if the computer allows me to do it. We'll share a little funny haha to lift everyone's spirits. And then after Friday's show, I won't see you because I'll be taking Thanksgiving week off unless something happens in the world and I need to come on here and go, hey, then I will do that. I will see you back here on Friday. Remember, the Christmas sale is on. You can go to the community page and get the details from there if you are interested. Okay. Thanks for joining. Cheers. Enjoy your pee. Okay. All right, guys. I love ya. Blessings. Behave yourselves. Okay. Behave yourselves. It is a hump day. Be careful what you hump. Some stuff is illegal. Okay. All right, guys. All right. Love ya. Bye.